Hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome to my LS. Let's talk some very fast today. Let's lose some very fast today. Anybody? Let's come and we talk some very fast today. Let's lose some belly fat. That stubborn fat we want to lose it right about now. Welcome to my LS. Welcome to my LS. That's cool. Welcome to this LS. Hey, what's up? Shem Don Music. What's up? Welcome. I see you, bro. Welcome to my LS. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming through. I see you, bro. I see. Let's talk some very fast today. Let's lose some stubborn very fast. Shemodo Music is saying vid is very clear. I like the quality. Thanks, bro. Yeah, I'm just trying out. I'm just trying out these things. This is my second LS. Yesterday I had the first one. This is my second one, and everyone is telling me my video looks very clear. I don't know how come. But basically, I'm not using any lights. I'm just using the environment. I have one window this side, another window this side, and they are both open. I think to make it even more clearer, let me even turn on the lights so that you can receive a very bright image. I mean it. So I've turned my lights on as well so that we can have a very clear image. Thanks for coming, guys. I want us to share some some knowledge on how to use very fast today. I'm just trying to share out to some people so that they can come through and we talk about this. If you just joined, please give me that thumbs up. It's very important to me. You already know that. Shem Don Music. I checked you last time, man. Your flow is killer. I love the flow. I love the flow, and thanks for being firm with me. Comedian Jamla, see, I just find trouble sometimes pronouncing your names, but you're gonna bear with me, guys. What's up? Welcome to today's LS. I see you, bro. Thanks for coming through. I see you, bro. How is Comet going? You guys, you're not sparing our ribs. in a position to share me out, please share me out. We get some audience right here and we jump on our topic. Shaman is saying, bro, I got no belly fat. Well, bro, I got no belly fat. I'm slim like you, but still I'm seven. You slim like me, sure. So you have the abs. Tell me if you have the abs or you're just skinny. Hmm? Me, I'm not slim because I have my abs. And of course, I'm toning my body as well, right? I'm just putting on some muscle. Do you have them abs? Shame. Do you have them abs? Hey, you guys, last time I checked you out, I almost left my rib there. Sure, sure, sure. Shame you have the abs. Okay. I know you guys, you do music, you tend to do videos when you're shirtless. I will check one of your videos and I see if you actually have the six pack, if you're not just skinny. Guys, thanks so much for coming. I really, really, really appreciate beyond measure. It's always my pleasure to have you guys in my house. Every day, Shima, why? Guys, keep around, keep in the house as we get more people to come in. I'm just trying to share the stream so that we can we can get more people here. Abel Mupenda, what's up? What's up? How you doing? Terry, I see you. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the house. I see you guys. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for the thumbs up, Terry. Thanks for the thumbs up. Abel is saying I'm doing a great, amazing job. You're doing an amazing job too to be in my house. I really appreciate. And thanks so much for coming. We are waiting for other few people, like few of them, and then we start our topic. Guys, I want to give you that very secret that you're going to implement from here and lose that stubborn very fat. You know? So I've had so many questions coming to my inbox and asking me how they are battling with that stubborn belly fat, how most ladies want to lose those that stubborn belly fat and they are finding it a little bit hard. So in this video, I'm giving you that very secret. Terry, which country are you from? Where are you based from, Terry? I'm from UG, Uganda, East Africa. So I want to know where you are from, if you don't mind. Faster Homes, what's up? Welcome, welcome, Faster Homes. I see you. Thanks for coming through. Yes, thanks. I appreciate so much. I appreciate. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for dropping by. When we make five, we are starting. Just have one person to come through. We just need only one person to come through. Shemdon, you're saying if I eat out of food today, tomorrow, I'm working it off. What do you mean, Shem? So when you eat, you compensate by working out. That's what you mean? So you eat today, eat tomorrow, you basically eat like a thief and work out like a beast, right? Am I right? Let me know. Let me know. Yeah, you're right. Because the whole thing is about caloric deficit. So if you take in calories and then burn them, of course, you're not going to have belly fat. So if you can maintain your your calories at the basal metabolism, then trust me, you're not going to have belly fat. Abel Mupen is asking, how is drinking too much water related to weight gain? Oh, nice question. One, when you're hydrated, when your muscles are very hydrated, well hydrated, of course, you're heavier compared to someone who is dehydrated. But drinking too much water is good for the body. You really need to drink water. So the weight gain from water, that I mean, it's negligible, but it's very important as well. But it's very important to drink a lot of water to keep your muscles hydrated because all your internal organs use water, all your cells contain water, your cytoplasmic cells use water. That's why a slight dehydration can affect your energy level. That's why most people who are dehydrated, they're suffering from energy levels. For example, if you're kind of someone who hits the gym, when you're dehydrated, your rep count is going to be affected. If you used to bench press maybe 5 reps, or let's say on 50 kgs, then you're going to struggle to even make a half. So that's why keeping your muscles hydrated is very, very important. But minus that, water is an important component of blood. I mean, 70% of your body weight is water. So which means if you're dehydrated, then everything is going to go bizarre. So it's very important that you drink as much as you can. So it is advisable that you drink 2 to 3 liters of water per day. It's advisable that you drink about 2 to 3 liters of water per day to keep yourself hydrated. Basically, when you're drinking water, you're replacing the other resources that you don't know. Because when you're talking, you're losing water. When you're breathing, you're losing water. Then plus the other sensible losses from urine, sweating, and others. So you need to get hydrated because you lose water from insensible losses. So that's why it's important to hydrate yourself. Um, Dash email. Hey, what's up, Dash email? I see you. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate that you're in a building. So today we're talking about the secret to losing belly fat. If you have any question, drop it down on the chat. I'll lose it. I'll answer it for you. So Abel is saying, I work out so hard to lose weight, but all in vain, not even kilogram. Are you sure? So Abel, there's one thing that you're missing. It's not all about working out. Working out is not going to make you lose weight. You just need to get this from me. To lose weight, one thing you need to focus on is calories. You have to be in a caloric deficit for you to start losing some pounds. But how do you get in a caloric deficit? Because first of all, you need to know that you look what you ate. You didn't wake up one day and you're overweight. So it's important to watch what you're eating. And for you to gain weight, you must be in a caloric surplus. So which means for you, by the time you gain weight, you're eating more than what your body can use. You are basically in a surplus, and that's why you ended up gaining weight. So to lose that weight back, you must go in a caloric deficit now. But how do you go in a caloric deficit? So workout, yes, you might be doing all the workouts right, but you're not losing weight because after the workouts, what do you eat? That's the most important. When you come back from the gym, do you start eating like a thief? For example, let's say your maintenance calories is 2,000 calories. So you go to the gym and burn 500 calories. When you come back home, you eat 1,000. You eat, let's say you've burned 500 calories, and now you come back home, you take 1,500 calories. So you've basically done nothing. So it's not all about working out. Actually, nutrition contributes to about 75% of your total results. So, Abel, please, we need to connect, and I sort you out, especially when it comes to how you can get into a caloric deficit in a healthier way. That's what we need. So it's not about the working out, but it's about putting your body in a caloric deficit. And also, working out does not burn fat; it burns calories. That's what we need to know. So then those calories are the ones that put you in a deficit and then start losing weight. Yes, yes, yes. I hope I answered your question. Hope I answered your question. Any other question from you guys? You're the first people I need to answer your questions before I go into the tips that I have for you. Yeah, Abel is saying thanks, man. I appreciate you too. So Abel, we need to really go down deep and talk about your calories that you're taking in. I don't you need to start calculating the number of calories you're eating, what are supposed to be your maintenance calories, so that by the time you start eating or taking in calories, you start taking in calories that will really help you. So it's the it's the caloric deficit that makes you lose weight, but it's not the workouts that make you lose weight. Yes, Abel, you can inbox me. Go to my IG. Let me write for you my IG handle right here. It is girls fitness. IG. So Abel, that's my IG. Drop a comment in my go drop a comment in my inbox, then I'll find it. I'll find it my DM and answer your questions. Yes, Ian Warije, my G, what's up? How you doing? Today I almost called you. I wanted to check you out, but I was kinda a little bit busy. But thanks for coming live. I appreciate, bro. So you're saying the line between building muscle while keeping emphasis display your comment. You're saying the line between building muscle while keeping a lean tummy. Yes, so Ian Warija is asking the line between building muscle while keeping a lean tummy. So there's something we call body recomposition. Body recomp, that's how we call it in fitness. So you're building muscle at the same time you're losing fat. So this is always possible for most beginners, and that's what I want to tell people. If you out there and you're starting training right about now, please don't aim at bulking up fast. Some people, when they start training and they are either skinny fat or they already bulked up with a lot of fat, they aim at eating a lot, going into a caloric surplus, and what happens is you're going to put on so much fat, and when you start losing that fat, it's going to be hard for you. That's one thing I want to talk about. Then coming to your question, um, Ian. So basically, keeping a lean tummy is, and also building muscle at the same time, is you need to be eating a lot of protein. Here, protein is the most important thing. Protein is the most important thing here. Because building muscle, you need still need to be in a caloric surplus. But how do you get into a caloric surplus the safe way? So, for example, I'll tell you, you guys, I want to teach you how to calculate your calories. For example, if your maintenance calories is 2,000 calories. So if you want to build muscle without putting on so much fat, you need to be in a slight caloric surplus of about 500 calories. That is, start adding 500 calories on your maintenance calories. So that's if you're eating, if your maintenance is 2,000, start eating 2,500. Then if you want to lose weight and your maintenance is 2,000 calories, subtract 500 and start eating around 1,500 calories. So in that way, you'll be able to keep yourself in a deficit, but at the same time, when you eat calories, you're eating a lot of protein. So protein will help you build that muscle, but at the same time, you're not putting on fat on your belly as well. So here, the important thing is if you're keeping, if you're building muscle, you want to be in a surplus, but you don't want to be in a very, very huge surplus. So you need to know your calories and then start eating slight in a surplus. That is about 500 calories. But if you completely lose, if you already have a lot of fat on your body, but you want to lose that fat, but at the same time conserve muscle. So what you need to know is if you're a beginner, it's always easier for you. It's always easier for you to do both at the same time. So what you need to know is start by cutting as you're hitting your workouts hard. Go train hard, and then keep eating much of your protein. So here the most important thing is training and protein. You understand what I'm saying? So protein, the good thing is to help you build muscle, but at the same time, most protein foods don't have a lot of calories. So you'll be eating your maintenance calories, but at the same time, you're eating good protein that will help you pack on some muscle without necessarily putting fat on your tummy as well. So here, the important thing you need to consider is calories. Number two, working out, because to build muscle you really need to hit the gym, you need to lift weights, or you need to do strength training as well. So hope here and I answered your question right. So yeah, the important thing is caloric deficit and training. Any other question? Being shy on WhatsApp, thanks for coming through, I appreciate. I've not seen you, and feel free to join the family here. Feel free to check out everyone who has come through here and be firm with them. I appreciate being Shan. Thanks for coming through on my elders. Give me that thumbs up. So guys, I'm still answering your questions. I'm still answering your questions. I'm still answering your question, being the first people. Ian is saying much appreciated, bro. Thanks so much, bro. We shall talk more about it. Shall talk more about that. I haven't started giving you my tips that I came with for you guys. I haven't started, so please hang around, hang around, hang around. Any other question from you guys who are already here? Any question from you so that I can give time and answer it to you? Waiting for your questions, waiting for your questions here. This is more of an live and answer session. So guys, one thing that I want to tell you, point number one, if you really want to lose that stubborn belly fat is you must keep in a caloric deficit. But how you create a caloric deficit is the most important thing. So some people, they will start dieting and the way diet is important. Some people will start restricting calories, but how are you restricting your calories? That's the most important thing. Because what happens is your body needs calories to survive. So if you restrict food or calories, or you reduce your calories greatly, for example, you start starving yourself, what's going to happen is your metabolism is going to slow down. Your energy is going to be affected, and you start feeling very weak. So it's important that if you start going in a caloric deficit, you do it the healthier way. And the healthier way that I've told you is one, you need to you need to go in a deficit by just 500 calories only. So we start by calculating the our maintenance calories. So our maintenance calories, how do you calculate that? You get your weight in pounds that you have now. Let's say if you're 100 pounds, then you multiply that by 14 or 15. So when you multiply that, then you get your maintenance calories. So, but after getting your maintenance calories, or that's the calories that you're supposed to take in to keep you moving, then there's also what we call activity. There are some calories that you have to add. For example, when you want to run, you're walking over steps, you're doing this and that. So basically, you'll find that you need about 2,000 calories if you weigh 100 pounds. So if you really want to lose weight, you need to be eating a little bit of 500 below below the usual calories that's supposed to take. So Anita, welcome. Thanks for coming to my live. You're saying, is it advisable to work out when pregnant? Like, how do you regulate weight during pregnancy? So, Anita, that's a very, very, very good question. Why? Let me first highlight your comment so that everyone can say it. You're saying, is it advisable to work out when pregnant? Like, how do you regulate weight during pregnancy? That's very, very, very important and sensitive is to talk about. For example, when you're pregnant, if you are used to doing a lot of cardio exercises, you're going to the gym, you're burning calories. By this time you're pregnant, how do you go about it? Rose, welcome to the building. Welcome. I appreciate that you're actually here. So one thing you need to know that when you're pregnant and you want to keep that weight, you need to be conscious because you're not feeding yourself. This time around, you're feeding yourself and the baby. That's what you need to know. Sharon, you're saying bye. Okay, it's okay. I understand. Sharon, thanks for passing by. So, Anita, one thing you should remember is this time around, you're feeding two people. You're feeding two people. So being in a caloric deficit, one, is going to affect your health in so many ways. But number one, it's going to affect your baby. So every time you start eating, make sure that you're eating for yourself and the baby as well. But how do you make sure that you don't overgain weight? That's the most important question. So here you have to keep taking, you have to keep note of the calories that you're taking in. That's the most important. Which kind of calories are you taking in? Are you taking in empty calories or you are taking in the real calories that the body can recognize? Because some people have realized when they get pregnant, especially in the first trimester, that's when they start losing their appetite. They have no appetite for food. You sometimes try to even beat them to start eating some foods, and that one affects their health a little bit. They're going to caloric deficit and they are unable to actually gain weight. So most of the people I've seen when they're pregnant, they're not disturbed by weight, except post-pregnancy. Post-pregnancy, that's when the weight becomes very, very, very tricky. Some people pack on a lot of weight after pregnant. Post-pregnancy. But also, what to remember when you get pregnant, there's a lot of hormones that come into play, and those hormones they are not very easy to regulate to control your weight. First of all, your estrogen, your progesterone are over the roof. And you know, women, the more estrogen you have, the more weight you like it put on. So it's really, really hard to control your weight during pregnancy because you don't want to go in a caloric deficit because it's going to affect your energy. It's going to affect the baby as well. So that's why most people they try to grapple with weight post pregnancy because while you're pregnant, you're not going to really fight so hard to lose weight. And I wouldn't advise anyone to fight so hard to lose weight while they are pregnant. It's something that you should work on post pregnancy. But while you are pregnant, it's very important to do some of the pregnancy related exercises. So there's some pregnancy related exercises that will not help you burn calories, but they'll help you keep a little bit fit and also strengthen your muscles as well. So I would advise someone who is really pregnant to go so about losing weight. Sometimes you have to just let it take its course and then think about it post pregnancy. Hope Anita, I'm answering your question. Rose, you're saying, wow, lovely topic host, but I can't relate. Why? Why? Rose, then why you can't relate to the topic? Is it because you are late or let me know? Why can't you relate to the topic? Hmm. Let me know, let me know, let me know. And if you have any question about weight loss, please let me know as well so that I answer before I dive into the tips that I have for you guys. Guys, keep in the house, keep in the house. Keep in the house. Anyone still here? Anyone still here? Invite your friends to come through. Invite your friends to come through. And I is saying good vibes. Thanks, girls. I appreciate. Anita, how come you don't have a DP on your profile? Please, you need a YouTube channel. Open a YouTube channel, Anita. Even if you're not posting videos, but just open a YouTube channel, right? It's very, very important. It's very, very important that you open a YouTube channel. Just keep there, even if you're not posting, but it's a YouTube channel. But I appreciate that you're actually here. For the first time on my LS. So Anita, meanwhile, I'll show you how to. So Anita, meanwhile, I hit my 1,000 subscribers. Have you seen that? Isn't that one so sweet? I hit my 1K subscribers. And Anita, do you know you can you can create a YouTube channel and start vlogging for us? Hmm? Please start a YouTube channel and start vlogging for us. I know you have that vibe to vlog, so what are you waiting for? Start, please. Don't procrastinate. Start. We shall talk about it, but you need to start. So this is my second LS. Live stream. So guys, I appreciate who came through yesterday and those who are here today. We are working so hard to hit our 4K watch time, right? 4K hours. We need them very, very, very soon for us to get monetized. Anita, any question? Any question I answer? Anita, do you have any question? Hmm? Anita, nice. We are simply getting started. It took me a year almost to hit 1,000 subscribers. Okay, thanks, Anita, for passing by. I appreciate. Bye. I appreciate your time, Anita, man. Guys, I'm still waiting on your questions. I'm still waiting on your questions. If you have any about losing belly fat or anything concerning weight loss, if you have any questions for me, please, please, please let me know, let me know, let me know. Let me know. Let me know, let me know, let me know. The Markazis, what's up, what's up, what's up? Some people were in the house, but they have just taken a break. I don't know what's happening. But thanks for coming. How's Nairobi? Mbara here is very, very, very chilly. It's a chilly evening right here in Mbara, the western part of Uganda. So the Markazis, I'm not from KLA, I'm from the western part of the country. So if you're in a position, share me out to to your friends, do a little bit so that we talk about some losing very fat here. Some people are always in my inbox asking me, I have this stubborn very fat. I want to, lose that very fat. I want to get my six pack showing. So the answer is saying you are busy editing. I know, bro. I know, I understand. When it comes to YouTube, you're one of the consistent people that I've met, that I know. You upload regularly. So I understand you when you say you're busy. So it's saying rains in Nairobi. Yeah, here it rained in the morning, early morning. We woke up some rains, but right now it's just a chilly weather right about now. But I appreciate that you are here. Share me out in the group. If there's some people who are not busy, they can pass by and we do this interesting topic. So Marcus, I've always had some question for you. What's your goal? What's your fitness goals? Because I see you work out really hard. What's your fitness goals? Anyone here, please come on, let's grind. Come, let's grind. Come, let's grind. Anybody who is still in the house? Anybody who's still in the house? Anybody who is still in the house? Come, let's go and get more small here. So anybody in the house, please come through, talk something, say something so that I can see you, and we have like a small jazz here. Say something here. If you're still in the house. I appreciate that you are here. Tessie Gomez, what's up? How are you doing? Hope you're doing absolutely great. I appreciate. How are you doing? Where are you based from? I'm from Uganda. Mr. Msings. Mr. Msings, you are here. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for coming through. If you're in a position to share me out, please share me out so that we can have more people right here. But first things first, about the topic, we're talking about the secret to losing belly fat. But I'm giving you a chance. If you have any question about weight loss, please drop it down. I answer it for you. Some things you're watching right straight out of Kampala. You're straight out of the capital city of Uganda, Kampala. What's up? How you doing, bro? I appreciate. Tessie, do you have some belly fat to lose? Let me know. I'm ready to give you all the secrets. And get rid of that belly fat. Just sport. What's up, bro? You're saying I'm using the right eye. Wow. You're making me brush. Well, what's up? I'm happy that you're in the house. Give me that thumbs up. Tess Gomez, you're saying I have a big belly. How can I cut it off? And that's what we are here to talk about. So basically, one thing I want to talk about losing belly fat is some people come to my inbox asking me, I want to lose this belly fat, I want to get it off me within a month. But one thing you should remember is you didn't gain this belly fat in a fortnight, so which means it's not going to go away in a fortnight. Yes, it took you 5 years, 3 years, sometimes 10 years to have this belly fat, but you're not going to lose it in a fortnight. That's one thing that you should know. Marvin Kansti, what's up? Welcome. I'm happy to have you in the house. I see you, bro. Thanks for passing by. Give me that thumbs up. Live from Chihuahua. Yes, Marvin, I'm live from Marara, straight out of Marara, the land of milk and honey. You really know what I'm saying. So that's what I want to tell you, that 3 things that I want you to know about losing belly fat. One thing you should know is that you have that belly fat because of what you ate. So you basically look what you ate or what you eat. So for you to lose belly fat, you must withdraw what you ate, or you must regulate what you eat right about now. So to lose belly fat, you must be in a caloric deficit. So what occurs basically, it's like a measure of food energy. It's like how you measure water in liters. So we measure energy in calories as well. So if you're in a caloric surplus, then you're bound to gaining weight or gaining that fat as well. So for you to lose fat, you must be in a caloric deficit. But how do you get in a caloric deficit? Because it's always calories in, calories out. So if you take in calories that you're not going to use, where are they going? They're going to be stored as fat. So the reason you have that belly fat is you were eating more than what the body can use, and it ended up storing it as fat for future use in times where there is no food. Because your body does not know that you're going to eat today or you're going to eat tomorrow. So when it gets food, tends to, you know, keep store some for future use as one glycogen, but number two as fat. So when you stop eating, so your body will start using glycogen. When it gets done, then it uses your fat. But in this world right now, people no longer go into extreme starvation or hunger. So we are ever eating all the time. But on top of that, we're eating more than what our bodies need. So the excess or the surplus is what is stored as fat. Osborne, the child, the born child, what's up? How you doing, bro? How is Kenya? How is Kenya? So I was still saying, so for you to lose weight, you need to be in a caloric surplus. Rush the freestyler, what's up? What's up? I see you straight out of Ebs from Entebbe. I see you. I see you. I'm streaming live from Bara. From Bara, you already know what I'm saying. So I was saying, for you to lose weight, you must be in a caloric deficit. But how do you correct deficit? So you can either reduce the calories that you take in, or when you take in, you burn those calories. So the importance of working out here, working out does not burn fat, but it actually burns calories. So it puts you in a caloric deficit that will make you lose weight. So for example, after working out, you burn 900 calories and you go back home and eat 1,500 calories, 1,500 calories, you're not going to lose weight. You are not going to lose weight because you're not creating a deficit at all. So that's why sometimes working out, it's not a pathway to losing weight. Be and Teen Life Lane, what's up? Tina, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming in my house. I appreciate. Rashid's freestyle is saying, I'm coming tomorrow. We'll do some very fat now and our sheshe. I already have a lot of sheshe for you. I'm waiting for you, bro. So I was saying, working out, doing endless cardio does not burn fat. I mean, does not burn fat, but it burns calories. So it's the caloric deficit that will help you lose belly fat. But some people, they always come one to losing belly fat. But the problem with our bodies is our bodies are wiser than we think. That's the funny bit about our bodies. There's nothing like spot fat reduction. Some people say, me, I want to lose belly fat. But that's not how the body works. That's not how the body works. The body cannot just isolate you to lose just belly fat. So when you start losing fat, you're going to start losing fat your entire body, including the spot that you're trying to target. So this is what I always tell people. Can you, I always tell them, can you lose belly fat? Yes. Can you target belly fat? No. So when you start the fat loss journey, you're going to lose fat everywhere, including that spot that you're trying to target. So that's what you need to know. Then I'm seeing B&T Life Lane. Thanks for coming through. Us, the Bonchard, you're still in the building. You're still in the building. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming by. If you have any questions regarding weight loss or losing fat, but this time around particularly belly fat, please drop it down and I'll answer it for you. That's why I'm here today. So I was telling you guys, it's all about creating a caloric deficit. So you either take in less or you take in more and burn more. That's the secret. So if your maintenance calories, if your body to work or to function very well needs 2,500 calories. So for you to lose some weight, you have to eat at least 500 below that. So if it's 2,500 calories, you need to be in a deficit of 500 calories so that you are able to, to lose that belly fat. But it's not about you doing a bunch of useless sit-ups that you will see your abs coming or you losing belly fat. Rashid Freestyle was saying, but it's also I'm waiting to start talking to you around again. First, Rashid, you're in Dubai. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you're based in Dubai. I'm just hearing this for the first time. So, but let me first highlight your comment right here. So you're saying, okay, back to the topic, Gelo, please advise me on how to lose belly fat without exercising. And that's what I've been talking about, us, the born child. Losing belly fat or getting a six pack is not about exercising because everyone has a six pack. If you don't have a six pack, please, you can't survive because it's a basic muscle that you need. So everyone has a six pack, but the reason why your six pack is not showing or not revealing, it's just because it's covered by that layer of fat. And we say that working out does not burn fat, it burns calories. Where do the calories come from? Calories come from the food that you eat. So if you can control the calories that are coming in, then trust me, you're going to lose belly fat without necessarily working out. But at the same time, you have your six pack showing. The only advantage of training your six pack is it's like any other muscle, how you train your biceps, how you train your chest so that they can grow bigger and stronger. So when you're training direct your six pack, it will become broken a little bit and then you will have that visible broken abs. But if you're someone who just wants a flat stomach or a flat belly, just control the calories that are coming in. Stop taking useless calories from soda, from sugar, from pastas, from pizza, from burgers. Those calories are useless, and the body doesn't recognize them. So what happens is it ends up sending them into fat storage, and then the more you take, the meat keeps on, converting them to fat, and then you end up putting on a lot of layer of fat on your abs, and your abs are not showing. Tamatha TV, what's up? Welcome, welcome. I'm happy that you've come through. Thanks for coming. Yesterday you were here. I appreciate you. I don't take you for granted. Thanks beyond measure. In some things we're saying, how do I understand the genetic functionality of my body to effectively use it, keep it in great shape? That's a great question. How do I understand the genetic functionality of my body to effectively use it to keep in great shape? Here sometimes we tend to blame our genetics. We tend to blame our genetics for nothing. But one thing I want to tell you that you will have someone who drinks alcohol every day, takes in every food that they want, takes in all the sodas, but they still look skinny, they are not fat. I get what you're saying. Then there's someone who just, start doping, taking in sugar, taking in useless calories, and then they gain fat in no minute. So these are relating to our genetics and our genes, but that one is not really something that you should focus on. What you should focus on is, living a good life. So what you should focus on right now is making sure that if you have a lot of weight on or you have a lot of fat on your body, you living in a caloric deficit is the way to go. Oh, Teddy Blessings, what's up? Thanks for coming through. The cooking dance, I see you. Thanks for coming through. Ugandan child girl, Brenda, thanks for coming through. I appreciate. Thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate. So we are saying if you have any stories, any questions about losing belly fat or any fat, drop them down. I answer them for you. So we are saying here the most important thing is living in a caloric deficit. And you're not going to start seeing results in 1 week. So you're not going to go in a deficit and then expect to lose 10 kilograms in a week, in a month, because it didn't take you a fortnight to gain these pounds of weight. So it's going to take you some time. So here, consistency and patience is very key. Mercy Jack, what's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome in the building. Thumbs up for the host. I appreciate. CEO mindset, you're asking, how can I add some weight? So you're saying you're skinny. So for you to add some weight, please, you must eat. That's simple as that. To lose weight, you have to be in a caloric deficit. To gain weight, you must be in a caloric surplus. So what's happening with you, Mark, is the reason you're not gaining weight, you're eating in a deficit or you're eating maintenance calories. You're not eating more than enough. So for you to start putting on some weight or some fat, if you want to see some fat on your body, is you must eat in a caloric surplus. So we're saying the food you eat contains calories, and that's the measure of food energy. The way you measure water in liters, the way our energy is measured in calories. So the calories we get them from food. So for example, you find if you eat one yellow banana, they will tell you it has about 100 calories. If you eat one egg, it has about 70 calories. But you find in total in 24 hours, the calories that your body needs to survive without you doing any exercise, without working, without doing anything, they're about 2,000 calories to keep your lungs helping you to breathe, to keep your brain working, to keep your heart working. So you need about 2,000 calories. I'm just giving you an example. So for you to start gaining weight, you must be eating beyond that number of calories. So you must eat. If you want to lose weight, to gain weight, you have to eat, and eat. But the problem with some people, why I wouldn't advise them to do it that way is they will tend to put on a lot of unnecessary fat, which is dangerous for you, which can lead you to getting a metabolic syndrome or getting some lifestyle diseases like diabetes, hypertension, which is not. So one thing you can do, you can eat your calories at the same time work out. So add on some lean muscle with some little fat and then be in shape. So I don't know CEO mindset the kind of body that you exactly want. So it's about body types. Which kind of body do you want to get? That's what I'm asking you. Belinda Jibas, you're asking who has not baked with me. So you can be an amazing fan with any of us here. Go check them out, and then they'll check you out as well. Ugandan girl child brain losing belly fat is really a hard thing. Most the lower ones they I even give up. Brenda, please, why did you give up? And that's what we are here to talk about. That's what we are here to talk about. That's what we are here to talk about. You shouldn't have given up. You shouldn't have given up. So you're saying losing belly fat is really a hard thing, most the lower. That's what we call the stubborn belly fat. Saying, me, I even gave up. You gave up because you were not implementing these tips that I'm telling you. You are not living in a caloric deficit. It's not easy to create a caloric deficit because you're used to, eating a lot of food all the time. You eat everything that you want. But when it comes to losing that stubborn area, you need to really go in a caloric deficit. But how do you create a caloric deficit is very important. Graduating what you're taking, working out, pattern with intermittent fasting like that, so that you can create a consistent caloric deficit. So it's something you're not going to lose in a week or two or in a month, but it's consistency over time that you are going to start seeing results from it. So, Uganda child, Brenda, what you need to do if you really want to resume, get in touch with me. I'll go to your inbox and then we talk about this. We examine it. I calculate for you the number of calories that you need to be eating per day, the best foods that you need to be eating so that you start eating right. See, you're saying body weight. So there's bad weight and good weight. So the bad weight is when you're putting on fat on your body. For example, you weigh 100 kilograms, but your fat body percentage is like 30%. That's not good for you. That's not good at all. But there's when you weigh 100 kilograms and then you're around 18% body fat or 15 body fat. That's the good weight I'm talking about. So basically what you should focus on is gaining lean muscle, not think about you cosmetically looking very big, right? So I think for you, it's about you standing on the weighing scale and you weigh a lot, or it's about you looking big in the eyes of the people. Do you need that kind of a model body, or you just want to look fat? CEO, is that your goal? You just want to look fat, or you just want to have that model body of models, or just simple athletic girls? So Ugandan girl child, you're going to get in touch with me on my IG, Health Fitness, put my DM, then I'll find your message there and we chat about it. That's my IG. So see you once that I'm talking to you. Do you want to gain weight the bad way or the good way? So I've explained to you both the good way and the bad way. The bad way is when you're putting on fat to gain weight. The good way is when you are getting tone and you're putting on lean muscle to gain some weight. So which one do you need? Because it will depend on the type of foods that you will eat. If you want to gain the bad one, you go and eat your junk, be in a correct surplus, and you see yourself putting on fat everywhere. I need to know the exact one that you need. So another thing I want to tell you guys that I have not told you is fat. You looking fat or having that very fat is not because you ate fat. You say you want to weight in the right places. You want to weight around your hips. That's what most ladies ask me. You want to weight around your ass. So before I go to what I was wanted to, let me first answer Mr. Msing's question. CEO mindset, I'm coming to you. I see lots of friends take lots of green juices. What diet options in terms of what to drink or eat would you recommend for someone starting on the journey to lose belly fat? So that's a very, very good question and a very, very important question. So one diet, because like I told you, it's about your diet. It's not about the working out. You look what you ate. So you shit your diet, then everything is going to go out of the way. So this is the most important question here. What diet options in terms of what to drink or eat would you recommend for someone starting to lose belly fat? So one, I was going to tell you that the reason you have that belly fat is not because you ate fat, it's because you ate so much sugar. So when you eat sugar, I mean sugar, I don't mean only table sugar, I mean glucose, fructose, and all that. Your body tends to convert that sugar into fat for storage. Get what I'm saying? So the diet that you should focus on is a diet that is low carb. You have low carbohydrates or you have low foods on your plate containing sugar. So for you to gain weight, you must be, to put on fat, you must be eating or you have eaten a lot of sugar. But also the kind of sugar that you're eating varies. If you talk about sugar, you have sucrose, you have fructose, you have lactose, you have glucose, you have galactose. So you have so many types of sugar. But here the bad guy I'm talking about is glucose. For example, I'll tell you about table sugar. Table sugar is composed of two molecules. So it's called sucrose. So it has 50% glucose and 50% sucrose. You get what I'm saying in singles? So the problem with glucose that is found in table sugar or the glucose that has been manufactured or processed, it has a hyperglycemic index of about 100%. That is how fast it can be absorbed when you take it in immediately. So what happens when you take in a lot of sugar, your body kind of has a set point where it works. So if this sugar goes beyond that set point, then your body will tend to convert that sugar and store it so that when it needs it, to go and pick it and use it. So unfortunately, if you keep taking it all the time, you keep adding into the store. So which means your body will have any time to, use that sugar that it stored. So the most important thing here is you want to eat foods which are low in carbohydrates. So if you have been eating a lot of wheat products, if you've been eating a lot of chapatis, a lot of donuts, a lot of bread, a lot of burgers, a lot of all that stuff, please, you need to cut it as fast as you can. Because here the important thing for you to lose weight, you must control your insulin. So there's a hormone we call insulin. When you take in sugar, insulin swings into action to convert that sugar and store it as fat. So to bring it up to speed, this is what happens with people who say, but whatever sukar or they're suffering from diabetes. What has happened to them is they no longer produce enough insulin to be able to drive their sugar force into storage. Get what I'm saying? So for you to lose weight, you must work on your insulin. How do you work on your insulin? Is you need not to stimulate its production by taking in foods which are low in calories. I mean low in sugar. So those kind of foods, we call them low carbohydrate foods. So if you want to lose belly fat, the first kind of diet that I would advise you to take is low carb diet. If you're taking sugar, I'm not saying don't take sugar at all, because for your body to function, it needs sugar. But what type of sugar are you taking in? That's the most important. Are you taking in sugar from sodas, from fructose corn syrup, from where? There's some sugar that your body does not recognize. And if I'm talking about sugar, here I'm talking about complex carbohydrates. Those are things you should take in. For example, if you take in sweet potatoes, if you are taking in cassava, if you're taking in, those natural foods that have natural glucose, that's the glucose that the body recognizes. But on top of that, if you take stuff like sweet potatoes, stuff like cassava, stuff like, those natural foods, I can't name all of them. What happens is their glycemic index is low. So when you eat, for example, a sweet potato, it reaches into your intestines, it will start releasing sugar into blood in bits. What does that one mean? Is the sugar that is coming in at that particular moment, your body is using that sugar to actually give you energy, but it's not driving that sugar into storage. Dan Rams, thanks for coming through. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for passing by. So you need to focus on eating foods which have a low glycemic index. That's when you decide to take in sugar. But the problem with other types of sugar, like the one that has been added in, let's say bread has been added in, tea has been added in, all that stuff, it's because of the glycemic index that makes it bad. Because since since your body is producing insulin to work on that sugar all the time, you even reach at a point when you develop insulin resistance, which will now lead to a whole metabolic syndrome. So please, you need to focus on a low carb diet. It seems that's one. Then if you really can now sustain a low carb diet, there's something we call a ketogenic diet. So it's called a ketogenic diet because your body can use ketones to provide energy instead of glucose. So here you focus on eating a lot of stuff that has low calories, low sugar. You're talking about stuff like green leafy vegetables all the time. We are talking about you consuming proteins and consuming fats. So in a ketogenic diet, you're almost eating below 100 grams of carbohydrates. Then that's about eating. Let's talk about drinking now. So the reason why people take green tea is it does not contain calories. Guess what I'm saying? So green tea is good in a way because it does not contain calories. People take coffee because it does not contain calories. You get? And the reason for that is we are trying to work on our insulin. That's the most important thing. We don't want to stimulate insulin all the time because insulin is a fat storing hormone. Or if your insulin is high in your blood, you're basically storing fat. You're not losing fat. So for you to control your insulin levels, you must not take in sugar. So that's why you see most people, they will tend to take in drinks that do not contain sugar. They tend to take in coffee, they tend to take in green leafy, vegs and, blend them, then take their green tea, and that's always the purpose. And that's how you are going to lose belly fat. Hope Mr. Msingos, I'm answering your question if you are still around. I appreciate that you asked that very important question. So if you are starting on a fat loss journey, one thing to consider is creating a caloric deficit, or if you are unable to do that, please make sure that you work on your insulin. So insulin can be worked on so many ways. One, reducing on the sugar intake. Number two, intermittent fasting. That can be a topic for a whole day. I want to come here and dedicate that day for talking about intermittent fasting. It's really very important, has been proven by research to be working. So that's how you can create a caloric deficit or work on your insulin. But another way to work on your insulin is when you increase its sensitivity, and that's what working out does. So working out basically focuses on increasing your insulin sensitivity. So for those people who have started developing resistance to insulin as well. So those are some of the things that you really need to focus on. One, low carb diet. Number two, intermittent fasting. Number three, working out. So here, the only thing that you need to focus on to lose fat is focus on your insulin. If you can control your insulin, then you're going to lose fat the easiest way. So that's why even if you go and work out for how long, as long as your insulin is not in check, you're not going to lose weight at all. The way to control your insulin is checking the sugar that you're taking in. That's why I'm telling you must eat a low carb diet, focus on leafy vegetables, focus on eating the good fats, and focus on eating protein, maximize your protein intake. And then intermittent fasting. Those are three tips that I can give you if you really want to lose very fat so much easily. Any other question? If any of you has a question, please drop it, so that I'm able to answer it for you. Mr. Msings, I appreciate so much. I really appreciate. Anyone with any other question? So I can briefly talk about how intermittent fasting helps you lose belly fat. So it's called intermittent fasting because you're not fasting all the time. So intermittent fasting, you basically have an eating window and you have a fasting window. So you say you're going to eat in a certain time frame, and when it goes past that time, you're not eating anymore. You get what I'm saying? So we have different patterns of fasting. You can say, I'm going to eat everything that I want to eat, of course, the good food, but within 12 hours, and then I spend the next 12 hours, that is 24 hours in a day. Eat within 12 hours, spend 24 hours fasting. Then when you get used to that, because most people will be disturbed with hunger if they're not used to that, because they eat 6 times per day and they eat whenever they want. So they always get trouble with, implementing intermittent fasting. Something you're saying, thanks, I appreciate the answer. Thanks so much for asking on their behalf. Maureen, what's up? How is Kenya? How is Kenya? How is Kenya? How do they greet in Kenya, please? I need to know. I want to know how they say hi in Kenya. So I was still talking about intermittent fasting. So you say you're going to eat in 12 hours and spend the next 12 hours fasting. Then when that one becomes easier for you, you say now you're going to fast for 14 hours. That's eat everything that you want to eat in 10 hours and then spend the next 14 hours fasting. When you get used to that, go to 16, 8. Spend 16 hours of fasting and eat in an 8-hour window. When you get used to that, go to 6, 18. fast for 18 hours and then eat in 6 hours. When you get used to that, fast for 20 hours and eat in 4 hours. When you get used to eat, then eat once a day. Is that very possible? Yes, it is very much possible. So, for example, for you to implement a 16 fast and 8 hours of eating, simply skip breakfast, because when you skip breakfast, you already have 8 hours of sleeping. That's those 8 hours when you were asleep. Let's say you slept at 10, so you were fasting for 8 hours till you ate, then you have your lunch at around 1 or 2. Those are already 16 hours of fasting. That's not even really, really hard. And that's why the first meal in the morning is called breakfast, because you're literally breaking the fast. So you've been fasting the entire night and now you're breaking the fast. So that's why the first meal is called breakfast. So if you skip breakfast, then you have fasted for 16 hours. So what happens the entire time when you're fasting, your insulin levels are down, but at the same time, your body needs calories, needs to break down calories and provide you with energy. When you're sleeping, you need to keep breathing, you need to keep your heart doing its job, you need to keep your brain functioning. So where is your body getting the energy from? So your body is actually burning glycogen, then after glycogen, it is using fat. So that's why intermittent fasting is so great and it works. So the more hours you spend fasting, the more fat that you burn. Mm-hmm. Any other question? Any other question? Anybody with a question, let me know, let me know, let me know if you still have any question for me. And let me know if you still want to see more of these LS. If you want me to do more of these live streams, please let me know, let me know, let me know. This is my second live stream. So guys, let me know if you want me to keep doing this for you. Let me know, let me know, let me know if you want me to keep doing this, guys. Let me know, let me know, let me know, let me know. I still have two amazing people in the house. I still have two amazing people in the house. I still have two amazing people in the house. If you have any question, drop it for me here. Drop that question. Drop that question. Anybody with a question about what we've talked about and about the topic, I really, really appreciate. I appreciate beyond measure. Anybody with a question for me before I end this LS? Anybody? 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 Anybody with a question for me? If there's no one, I would love to end this LS here. And you guys, see you in the next LS. I appreciate you for coming. I don't take you for granted. Peace and my love.